Hello and welcome to Casting Roles. We're a bunch of theater nerds and good friends by Little D&D. We're so happy that you joined us. Take a moment to subscribe to the show. It takes just a click and gains our unending thanks. Drop us a like and leave a comment for Campaign 2, Arc 4. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we have tons of great content to explore. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Welcome back, Starstriders, to Arc 4 of our campaign. You've succeeded in all of your goals on the continent of Highwall. You've restored teleportation and stopped attacks on approaching vessels by reconstituting Indira the Opal. You've reconnected with the dwarves of Jide Fiel and earned their trust by exposing the dark workings of one of their council members and saving them from the Archdevil attempting to make a new divine throne of their mountain. Along the way, you've uncovered the workings of groups in service of aspirants, those who seek to fill the vacant divine houses in Illyria. Some serve potential new gods of order, some gods of chaos, but all are vying to release entities onto the material plane. In the background of this secret war, a threat far older and far greater grows. The Star Speakers and their starseed are spreading influence across the world and are working alongside both those who seek to bring order and chaos alike. With their goals still a mystery, you have before you an immediate task: help Yuna, the apprentice of which Thalindra, to get her familiar from the Feywild, and to kill Ravik's patron, Albahar the Marid, in service to the primal Ouroboros. After a few days of downtime back at Mount Makta, you have rested, relaxed, and restocked for your journey beyond. You have some choices ahead: whether to use the Feywild as your method of transportation to the next continent, or to travel with the expedition who will be heading there in a few weeks' time. Asale, where Morisand and presumably the next stage of the Marid quest await, but the cold frozen north of Glacia also calls. The choices are yours as we awaken on a new day, where any final preparations and conversations and planning may take place. So Starstriders, as dawn alights on Mount Makta, what would you like to do?
I would just like to say, we did one of those things, again, thwarting a huge conspiracy in the Dwarven capital.
In 24 hours.
And half destroying a mountain in less time than it takes to make a decent batch of boiled peanuts.
Yeah, it was a solid, it was 24 hours.
We did not waste a second.
Speed running. I think there were as many sessions as hours at that point.
I remember, I think it was like the second or third session. I was like, wow, we're really cooking on this one.
Yeah, we're in real time.
We got all 4 burners going.
It was our D&D 24 season, so yeah.
Yeah, the beep, boop.
So whatever else we want to do on the mountain before we go.
Yeah, before you guys decide to leave. And then kind of saying your plans. Buried within this is that the expedition has kind of met its goals. So they're going to be leaving a few members here as another ship is coming in eventually to restock the position. But the main ship, which has been repaired at this point, is going to be heading off. You haven't had the conversation yet, but it's either going to Asale or to Glacia.
I ask Endulasai if they'd like to go with me to collect the rings about the mind control rings from Weller.
Oh yeah.
We're splitting the party, or are we going?
We're just gonna go pick them up, bring them back for everyone, so that way everyone doesn't have to deal with Weller.
Well, actually, Weller's really not that bad.
In doses.
I just think he's a little misunderstood. I was him for a little bit, and people were really mean.
I'm not saying we'd be mean to him. Just, do you want to go or not?
Oh, I want to go. see Shara and everything and check in on. It's fine.
I thought you'd like to see her.
Yeah.
Bonnie, Ravik, Lucky, we're gonna go pick up the rings.
Okay, have fun.
Best of luck.
All right. So you all.
I like Lucky's response the best.
Notably Lucky for Lucky. My mic was on.
Oh, I want to get the hell away from that. Don't worry. That's part of my plan.
Oh yeah. All right. So you all head to the tent of the enchanters, and as you approach, you're hearing voices, loud, coming from within the tent as you near it, and before you even get to the interior of the tent, you hear the voice of Shara saying, "I don't understand, Weller, why you think that was the important use of our time for the last 3 weeks. That is a completely waste of. That's a waste. What are you doing?" And Weller's like, "I don't know. I think just the exploration of putting our magic to work is what we're supposed to be doing here, Shara. I don't know what you're talking about." And as you kind of come through the tent flaps, you see that a spanner fly across the room in Weller's direction from Shara, and he ducks out of the way. You see for a moment he goes to cast a spell, but then he just kind of moves out of the direction of it, and he kind of looks over and he goes, "And Dulasite, can you do something with her before she kills someone?"
Well, let's communicate about what is happening.
And Shara holds up a string of beads, and she says, "We just unlocked a deeper well of our ability to expand the magical access of the camp here before we begin the process of kind of handing off everything to whoever replaces us when the new expedition arrives. And Weller has decided to use all of our remaining magical resources on these." And it's just a string of beads.
What exactly are these?
She takes one. She takes one of the beads off and goes to throw it at Weller, and Weller casts telekinesis on it and catches the bead and carries it over. And she goes, "Weller, Shara, you will absolutely destroy this entire tent if you do that. That would not be a smart maneuver." And he kind of sets the bead slowly down on the ground. And
I'm gonna roll Arcana to try to seem super cool.
Sure, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Come on, dice. I'm asking a lot. Well, I didn't get a lot. Thanks, dice. I got an 11. So.
Yeah, you're not sure. They're so it's a bead of necklaces. Let me see. I didn't roll for how many beads are on the necklace. So 1 sec. Oh, that's a good roll. So there are 7 beads on the necklace, except for now there's 6 because one is on the table next to Weller. And they are kind of purplish blue, but they seem to have this kind of shifting iridescent quality where the blue is moving in the background of the purple and kind of catching the light in different ways. And Weller kind of speaks up. "I actually think that is a brilliant thing, and you all may find it interesting for your endeavors. These," and he kind of takes one and he goes, "Kieran, you're hardy. Would you like to test one?"
In what way?
And
you want me to eat it?
He throws it at you.
I cut it in half with my sword.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw to make sure you can do that? Yeah.
Weller, I was trying to hype you up to Kieran and you're fucking it up.
Dexterity save or check?
Dexterity saving throw, yeah.
18 plus 5.
Okay, yeah. So you slice it in the air, so you don't take any of the damage that it would have done. But as you slice, the magic within the bead is released, and it expands in a space, and you just see this translucent floating orb in space that would have kind of trapped you inside of it. And you can see this pulsing kinetic energy shooting from the outside of the orb towards the center. So it would have done damage to whoever it trapped inside of it. I think that was a bad idea to throw at you, but I'm glad that you are dexterous enough that you were able to. Anyway, I think that this would trap your enemies quite handedly, Shara.
Can you move it?
Oh, well, and he kind of pushes it, and you see it
I push him inside.
So it bumps up against him as you push the orb, but but you're able to push the orb, and you feel it kind of rotate through the air a little bit like a hamster ball.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, it's quite arcanely useful, sure. But you said you used all of your resources to do this?
He kind of points to a table where there's a smattering of other objects, but this is clearly like the most advanced object that they've made so far. And they had like, to put it in game parlance, they were able to create one rare item per month, and you guys aren't going to be dealing with them. So I had them create a rare item.
Sure.
And so they used up the things that they would have needed to make additional rare items.
What exactly does it do besides give you static electricity and make your hair stand up?
Well,
if you have hair?
I mean, it will. Oh, that's funny. I don't think it would have any effect on you in that regard, Kieran. But I mean, it would trap your enemies for. I think it. And as he's saying that, the orb like pops in space, and he goes, about a minute.
Can you get out from inside?
No, not if they are. If it activates around them, then they are trapped inside of it for the minute. And the static is part of the initial casting, and you can see that like right before it popped, it wasn't producing any more of that static electricity. It's mostly to contain, but it does do a little bit of harm.
It sounds pretty useful.
Mm-hmm.
And they're for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you are the only expeditioners in the expedition. Everyone else kind of hangs around the camp.
Oh, I didn't know if you just wanted to fling these at other people randomly.
He kind of looks at Shara. Not today.
Fair enough.
So you all have a a necklace of beads of force, and there are 6 on the beads of force. There's also like
and Dulicide, I'll let you take that. Since it's magic.
Yeah. There's a smattering of other magical items present here, and so I will let you guys kind of discuss in the background what you grab from the table. But just know that there are 2 uncommon magic items and 3 common magic items that you can grab, and I'll let you look at the list and just they were there, and that's okay.
Did they make the rings we'd asked for?
Okay, so you bring that. He's like, oh, right, absolutely, of course. And Shara goes, I was the last one to enchant. Well, they're over here at my workstation. And he goes, yes, but they were my idea, Shara. Remember, actually, I think it was one of their ideas, but I was executing the original. And she goes, yes, well, it's fine. It's whatever. But
Girls, you're both pretty.
Thank you
both
for your hard work.
Kieran, do you really think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes, well, Shara's got them. And Shara kind of pulls a box out from under her workstation and sets it up, and then takes off the lid and removes kind of this velvet covering. And you see 6 rings. Did you already grab one?
No.
Okay, so you see 6 rings sitting there. And each one is kind of this intertwined like DNA helix spiral of platinum and gold, and you can see there are runes of like divinatory nature on the platinum side, and on the gold side there's runes of abjurative nature.
Thank you. It's very appreciated.
Absolutely. I mean, they are not completely foolproof, but if you're wearing them, they should scramble the ability of individuals to scry on you, and they will give you a resistance to somebody trying to peer into what's happening in your mind.
I know that's helpful right now. Yes.
Of course. Why do you say that?
Well, we're the first expedition here, and we're to find things and to give them to certain people. We don't want to be spreading rumors or having other merchants spy on us and discover the secrets of the continent when they're not supposed to have the information.
He's going to roll an insight on you. You can make a persuasion check, Kieran.
Persuasion or deception?
It is. So yeah, you're technically lying, so it can be a deception check. Yeah.
I'll take persuasion though.
Yeah, persuasion or deception. You're technically lying,
+2 versus
but yeah.
+8, so
Yeah. So
should be +5.
So in this case, you're trying to
Natural 2.
Natural 2. Yeah. So you're trying to say something that would be potentially true and avoid the obvious, the lie. And Weller kind of looks at you out of the corner of your eye, his eye, and then he looks at Shara. Do you know something that we don't know?
I take one of the rings and put it on.
I don't have that kind of magic, Kieran. I'm a conjurer. Shara in the corner goes, I do. But I wouldn't ever use it on you, Kieran.
If you're not supposed to know, then you don't need to know.
Well.
And if it was something we could share, we'd share it.
Bonnie had an affair with the devil.
Rovik had an affair with the devil?
No, Bonnie.
Bonnie had an affair with the devil?
Yes. We thought it was an angel, but then it was a devil.
And not a sexual affair.
It wasn't. I like turkey.
No, it
but
wasn't.
Lucky, I like pull you down to me, and I'm like, but Lucky said. What about what Lucky said?
Lucky said that Bonnie had a sexual liaison with a devil. And actually, angels and devils are kind of very much the same thing. But don't tell Lucky I said that.
No, it was not sexual. It was a flirtation of a different kind.
I knew I should have gone to this shit.
Anyway, that's where that.
She didn't cheat on Harold. She cheated on Lucky.
Oh, is Bonnie part of Lucky's church as well? Then.
Not right now, I could say.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose.
Just digging this, and
Yeah.
Karen didn't. I didn't intend for Karen to start off the day being an asshole, but that's what we're going with.
Karen's being an asshole.
But anyway, that's what's been on our mind. So.
On Duda side, I wasn't going to read your mind, but I appreciate you divulging that secret of someone else's freely.
Don't mention it.
Absolutely, I absolutely will not.
Let's never mention it.
So
and I quickly give Ventulus like, put this on.
He said he would.
Yeah, Shara says, so you all are you all staying around at the Highwall area of the expedition? Are you going to be moving on to the next continent in a few weeks?
We're going to the next continent, but not with the expedition.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm sure you all have abilities to do things, but as long as you're traveling together, Weller and I are heading with the ship when it departs. So I'm sure we'll arrive at the same place eventually.
That's the idea.
Weller kind of he looks over and he goes, yes, well, that's fine, but Admus is staying behind here, thank God.
Who's Admus?
Oh, I guess he is our boss. He looks at Shara.
Oh, right. I forgot.
He is, but we're going to take over for the new setup for the new enchanting. Your patronage has allowed us to grow in such a way that we are now capable of doing it without his assistance. And for terms, your friendship with Shara and Weller has advanced them both to level 4.
You got a promotion? That's great.
Yes.
Josh, is the gnome that we brought back with us still working with them, or did he go back to Gnome Town?
No. He's still here. He's gonna stay here, but he's gonna work with the expedition in this space. I've forgotten his name.
Not important. Just...
Yeah, but no, he's not in the tent right now. But they will. If Kieran were to ask, he's gonna stay here, so he's a link between the gnomish community and the expedition.
That was player meta knowledge. if he were going to go on, I was going to go look his name up.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's sticking around here. We'll have plenty of new NPCs in the new space, so I'm leaving some behind in Highwall.
Brain only has so much room, so is this someone I need to remember or not?
I don't know. I didn't write his name here, so yeah. All right, yep. All right. But yeah, so for everybody else, you've got 3 common items and 2 uncommon items. You can decide amongst the group what you'd like to grab there, and then you've got the Beat of Force, which you can hand off to anybody in the site that you would like, or you can hold it for yourself.
Yes, I'll hold them for now.
Are they in chat?
The other items,
magic items,
the other items you guys will have, you can decide like between
Later,
now
okay.
and next session.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I don't know how long it'll be until we see you both again, so.
Shara comes over and says, well, I hope you have safe travels. And I look forward to hearing stories about your, the work that you've done that I haven't heard yet.
There's a lot to talk about, for sure.
Good.
And then I'll like fish around in my bag, and I made Shara a little bookmark, like fabric bookmark for her stuff. And then there's like an awkward moment where I like look over at Weller and I was like, I made one for you too. It's got little stars.
Weller
got little
takes
stars on it.
he takes his spell book out and kind of puts it in his spell book, and then puts his spell book back in his holster. And then Shara says, "Thank you. I don't have a spell book to put this in, but I am reading an interesting history right now that I'll be happy to have something to hold my space and remind me of you while you're away."
I'll make you both something better for next time.
Unnecessary, but appreciate it.
Okay. If either of you need me, you know how to get in touch.
Absolutely. I've got the ability now to send. So, I mean, there's no way you could let me know that you need a sending, but don't worry, I can send too. So good. So if you send me a message, I'm able to, yep. I can save you some of the spell slots if there's a conversation that needs to happen back and forth. We will have access to a better library once the other ship should be arriving in about a week, and they're going to be restocking our library. So I should have better access for research materials. So wherever you're going, if we're not able to communicate, you can ask me, and I should be able to look into things for you.
Okay, great. That sounds great.
Okay. And she kind of holds out an arm to see if you'd like a hug.
Yeah, we give the world's most awkward hug between best friends.
You hug, and you don't know what her sorceress origins are. She's not a divine soul. You would recognize that now because you've seen what a divine soul sorcerer looks like. But there is some kind of like innate heat that comes off of Shara, and in the hug that you have, you can kind of feel the oil in your joints loosen a little bit, like you're loosening up a little bit just from the heat of the hug that she gives you.
It's a good hug.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else for the two of you here in the Enchantress tent?
I can't think of anything.
Is there anything you both would want from? I like lean in. I'm like, from the feywild.
You're going to the feywild?
Maybe. Who knows?
And do
really cool.
If we were to find ourselves, what would you like us to bring?
And
back?
You must be very careful. There's a chance that you go into the Feywild and I never see you again.
There is? Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course I know that.
Okay. Well,
we're cool expedition people.
I mean, I personally, I don't think that she kind of looks at Weller, and Weller shrugs his shoulders. I don't think that there's any reagents that are specific to the Feywild, but if anything comes across your hands that might be interesting, you can absolutely, we would love to look at them. I think Felinor might be most interested in any odd plants or things that you may find.
Very true. That's
and since
true.
he's
molds, fungi.
Yeah, he's working with the apothecary now, so he may, anything that you find there may be useful in making potions.
All right, perfect.
But I know that you have that skill yourself and do it, right? So don't, you know.
Yeah. You know, if we do or if we don't, we'll be fine. Don't worry about us.
Absolutely. Well, I will not tell anybody that you're going to the Feywild. They may be worried.
Because
No, we
maybe
just
we
might
won't.
find ourselves there. We're not going there.
Yeah.
We're just,
It could be.
you know, who knows where we'll end up. This is an expedition.
Weller
It's an
says,
adventure.
my father told me a story about a time that he stumbled accidentally into the Feywild.
Your father?
Shara goes, Weller, that's not really your story to tell. And Weller goes, well,
Man found himself, I guess.
okay, well. I mean, Shara, there's a reason that you're the way you are. And
You mean incredibly special.
yes, absolutely, of course. Unique.
I look at him daggers.
Shara kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and Dulicite, and she goes, he's just jealous that he has to study for magic, and it just comes naturally to me.
That's true. He does have to study a lot.
I heard that.
That's what the bookmark's for. Anyway, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I'll reach out and check in on you if I don't hear from you for a week.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Safe travels.
Yes.
All right. And then Angelcite and Kieran make their way out of the Enchantress tent. Lucky, Ravik, Bonnie, anything that you are looking to take care of in camp today?
I'm gonna make a roll. Would this be? You tell me, Josh. Would this be a wisdom roll or a? I'm trying to determine if Bonnie is socially intelligent enough to understand that there might be rumors about her cheating with the devil. And she wants to head it off with Harold before he starts hearing wild shit.
Well,
Okay.
at some point, Andulicite did tell you he's I will keep your secret forever, and you didn't really know what it meant, but maybe you could put it.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
Yeah.
She's oh, what?
So really the role here is going to be, is this something that Bonnie thinks is very hyper specifically to this group that you're a part of, or if it has escaped from that containment and is out in the wild?
Okay. Would you say this is
it's an
a wisdom
it would
or
be
charisma?
it would be an insight check.
Insight check. Oh, great. I have -1 to those, so. Oh, that's an 18 though. Okay.
A 17? Okay.
No, that's 18.
Oh, 18 with the
-1.
modifier? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I will roll with disadvantage. I rolled a 19 and then a natural 20. I was like, I'll give disadvantage. That makes sense. It's a group
19
check.
meets it, beats it.
19 beats it.
Oh, God.
So, so what Bonnie gets in the sense is that there's probably a joke that has been planted in Andulicite's mind, and Andulicite has taken that joke to be something that is very literally true. And the danger is if Andulicite carries that joke outward, but Bonnie knows that the only person in town that Andulicite has a close enough relationship to talk to is Shara.
Okay, I think Bonnie trusts her relationship well enough that she's not going to try to broach the subject. She believes Harold will hear this shit and be like, "What fucking? No, of course not."
Yeah. Now, a question for Bonnie is Harold.
Yes.
As you're about to go off on another extended expedition.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think she's gonna approach him and say that she might end up in the Feywild.
And he'll say, "Okay, yeah, sure, Bonnie."
Dear Jan.
Can I roll insight on that as to whether he's sarcastic or whether he's actually okay with it?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Is he typing in all caps or not?
Yeah. 15.
A 15. So you get the sense that like he's like, okay, sure, you're going to the Feywild, because one, most people think that the Feywild is still mostly closed off. So like getting to the Feywild seems like a kind of ridiculous proposition.
No, dear. Like, for real. There's definitely a chance that I may actually end up in the Feywild.
Why are you going to the Feywild? I don't know why he has an accent like that. Why are you going to the Feywild?
I'm trying to think. It's like I have to. It boils down to we promised we'd get someone a pet.
I'm sorry. You're going to one of the most dangerous places in all of existence because of a pet?
Respectfully, it wasn't my idea, but a promise is a promise.
Okay. And you're coming back here, I presume, after?
Yes. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm probably going to have to go to the Feywild.
Okay. Oh, all right, I guess. I mean, I trust, based on what you've told me has happened in the last 3 weeks of your life, I think the Feywild is probably a safer place for you. But we haven't really talked about, are you all staying in Highwall, or are you traveling with the expedition when they leave?
We actually haven't figured that out ourselves yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I have more details.
Okay, because I mean, if you're staying, of course I'll stay. If not, I'll get on the ship.
Have you heard anything from our kids? I had kind of a like a vision dream kind of a thing, to where they were asking when we were going to visit or something like that. It made me think about them.
No. Just, oh Lord, who's the one that was studying magic? There's so many, Bonnie.
There's 3.
There's 3 of them that are studying magic. Why did you let that happen?
We agreed that we were going to let them do what they felt they wanted to do the most.
Okay, well, one of them reached out. I guess they just learned how to cast a spell that allows them to send messages. And I think that they were high, Bonnie. I think that they were doing drugs.
What was this, a sending, or was it a written letter?
It was a send. It came into my mind.
Do you remember whose name it was?
Bonnie, there's so many of them. So of the 3, Bonnie, you would probably assume that the older one would be the only one that has gone through enough education to have that magic. And I'm not giving you a name because it's your 35 children. 32.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're gonna say this is the dwarf woman. It's a good. I'll have a name for you.
Did you not name them?
The 32? No.
Atwood, have you not named the fucking kids?
32.
No. Okay, here's the list.
Oh my god.
So as we've been going along, like I've so here's the list of kids. So about half of them are named, and anytime a little peek behind the curtain here, but anytime that I feel like there's a plot contrivance to where Bonnie can relate to like one of the people, I invent another kid.
Oh my god.
This is terrible.
Let chaos reign.
Josh, can you ban a player?
There are 2 types. Just naming them as I go. It's fine. But anyway, so you establish what the name is. He goes, yes, okay, she Bonnie, I think she's doing drugs, and you seem far less concerned about that than that she sent me a message in my head.
What? She obviously is doing great with her magical studies if she could send you a message.
Going off to the big city, you knew she was going to get involved in things. She always had she always went along with what the older kids were doing. She wanted to show up.
Look, we agreed that we were going to give them the best childhood that we could, and that when they turned 18, everything that they did was going to be up to them.
Bonnie, just because you did drugs when you were a kid doesn't mean it's okay for our children to do drugs now.
It was a rite of initiation. I didn't have a choice. I had to drink liquefied ergot from...
Well, okay. I didn't immediately state my concern. So I'll just, the next time she reaches out, if she's in a better state of mind, I will express my worry. I hope that you can share in that worry with me.
Well, she clearly trusts you a lot.
Well, she knows that you're busy and I'm retired.
We're both retired, but I am busy.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do this tonight. Let's sit down. You and me, and let's
name our children.
and let's write a letter to everybody just to tell them what we kind of have going on in our lives.
Okay, we can do that.
Just so we can update them.
Before you go off on another excursion, we can do that.
Right.
All right.
32.
Handwritten letters.
They do like a draft and like leave spaces to where they can like customize it to like the individual.
While you're working on it,
I figured you start off writing individual ones and it just merged after like the fifth one into just the one thing that's the same verbiage.
At some point, who else other than? Oh, okay. So at some point, Weller stumbles across. It's like, why do you have like 32 padments of paper that all have the exact same heading and information? What are you doing?
You'll know when you're a parent, Weller.
But yeah, it looks like you're copying information. Are you copying something?
Kind of, yes.
Okay, he taps one of the pages and it, like the original draft that you've written, and he taps it and it duplicates. And now you have 32 duplications where you can fill in the information that you need on the duplicates.
Dear insert name here.
Yeah, as he walks away, fourth level spell, Bonnie. He just gives
See, he's cool.
Bonnie handwrites all the ones that go to people who study magic because she doesn't want them to be able to figure out that she mass produced the message.
All right, Lucky Ravik.
Lucky, do you have anything you want to?
Yeah, I want to go check in with the leaders of all this and see where they're headed next. To which continent they're taking the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can I tag along? Because that was kind of my thing. I wanted to do a little recon.
Yeah, Lucky. While Ravik is kind of tagging along with you, make an Arcana check, and Ravik, you can do the same.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have a modifier.
14.
14. Okay.
Oh. Arcana. Okay, a 12.
A 12. Lucky, you pick up on something that Ravik doesn't pick up on. And actually it probably makes the most logical sense, is that there's always been this hum of divine energy around your friends ever since you all awakened the motes of divinity. Not quite as deep as the hum that you always give off as your nature as a light bringer. but specifically the arms of divinity that your group has designated and created, Ravix is giving off more energy than it was before. And you recognize this because over the course of the last 5 days, your ring has started doing the same thing.
Ravik, come here. And I start putting hands on him without asking. And just like patting his face and like patting his like shoulders and chest to like try to like examine him and figure out why this happened.
What if
Stop.
Vigil?
I'm examining your divine energy.
Your aura.
I mean, I've had it called a lot of things, but not. Okay.
You know damn well what I mean.
What are you picking up on?
It's a lot stronger than it was. I guess maybe.
Is that the other shards that we collected after the fight?
The two of you.
Maybe
Mhm.
partially what happened with in our final I'm trying to remember what it was. There was a ritual thing, and Ravik had to hold the thing.
Yes,
and
so
put it into Ravik.
Ravik got more divine motes because he took the
Right.
2 divine motes from Jathias and Reardon, and you purified them. Here in this moment,
And this seems like his divine energy. Does it seem like it's corrupt at all, or it is like fully purified?
It's
like,
purified,
after
yeah.
what we did to it?
And
Okay.
here in this moment, like you've been noticing this odd nature of your ring recently, but you haven't like
Mhm.
investigated why. And so I think it's just this, seeing it happen to one of your compatriots as well is kind of like reminding you that like you've been the frog in the pot of water with your own ring, but seeing the sudden change in Ravix from the last time you really looked at it is drawing your attention to that reality.
Okay, I abandoned Ravik, and I start investigating my own
Okay.
ring.
So make a this would be purely the check that embodies lucky. So we'll do a religion check.
Oh, there's the roll.
Mhm.
Religion. 22.
22. So you focus down on your ring for the first time, this gift from Vigil that you made into a divine object by blessing it with the mote. And as you focus into it and think about it for the first time, because we wear rings and they're always there as a reminder of something, but the longer you wear it, the less that reminder is a constant and is just in the background. And so here you focus on it and you're reminded of it. You're feeling it. You're thinking about it. And suddenly you get these like flashes in your mind. A reconnection and a reinvigoration of, and a clarification of a relationship that you've had with someone for a long time. Somebody coming to terms with the relationship with their father through your guidance. Healing the pain of a city and their relationship with their understanding of themselves. And then you see or feel the divine house, which in all purposes was like a room. You feel the walls expanding as the divine house of love and relationships grows, and the object that you wear has awakened in its abilities.
Sweet. So, and that's what's happened with Ravik as well. Is like I can tell that
You can tell like he has done something that has allowed the divine house of freedom to also go through that same expansion. He's just not as tuned into the divine realm as you are.
Okay. Then I'll flip back into him and be like, "You're awakening."
In what way?
The divine aspects within you, they're growing.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm maturing a bit. That's good to know.
I would love if your personality could catch up with
But let's not hold our breath, okay?
it.
But if we're gonna take on this assignment from the Tempest, then we need every boost that we can get. Albahar is definitely nothing to take lightly. So whatever this awakening is, we'll have to dive in full force. Make sure we can make good use of it.
It benefits him too, the more you awaken.
It's a risk we're probably gonna have to take. Hopefully the Tempest has some ideas that'll help us to come out a little less scathed.
All right.
Well, shall we see what the plan is for this expedition, or?
Yes.
All right. Whoop, echo. I'm getting echo too now. Now it's gone. All right. So Ravik. No, I think
it's Ronnie's computer sometimes.
Yeah, Ronnie's was picking up the audio. Yeah. So as you're walking to the ship, which had been grounded, you can see now is propped up, and the holes that were on it repaired. The inflatable blimp that sat above it has been patched and is waiting to be inflated again. And so you kind of walk there, as that's where the expedition leadership is. The Foresight is still camped at Jidfiel. So Simona Ling and her crew, which aren't really part of the expedition anyway, are still there. But the expedition leadership is present here. And Ravik, as you walk, you take a moment and kind of touch the water skin that you've blessed with the divine moat, and you do get kind of this vision of that moment of severing the chains, the bonds that were formed against the will of Jathias Stone by Abraxas and his father's machinations, expanded the House of Freedom, that you gave Jathias Stone the right to make a choice in his life for the first time in over a decade, because his autonomy was stolen away from him by his dad and then by a demon lord. And the shattering of shackles, the core component of the House of the Divine Freedom. And your water skin is awakened. I'll send you both the reminders of what your abilities now do.
I get, and sort of ruminating on that realization and the idea that this young man who's had his autonomy completely taken from him, he's been used as a tool for so long, and that freedom being granted to him, it'll bring a bit of a tear to Ravik's eye.
Oh. So as you approach,
but then he'll quickly wipe it away and just, all right, it's on to business.
Lucky, I think your passive insight is high.
Yeah, I mean, my perception is like super high.
Yeah, you'd see it.
I don't know, though. Ravik's really deceptive, though, so I feel like we should roll this off to see if I notice.
Rollies. All right, go ahead and make a roll of insight, Lucky, and Ravik roll either deception. Yeah, you roll a deception if you're trying to hide
roll this in D&D?
No, use your physical dice.
No.
Let me find my
unless you want to lose the roll against Lucky.
Jesus Christ. I rolled terribly.
Ooh, it's a natural 20.
I'm blind, I think. I got an 11.
An 11, which is, I mean,
that's I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that's bad for Lucky. Yeah, I think
28.
Yeah, like I think you're busy kind of looking out at like you see Remy Longshadow, you see like Yavala Gate, the captain and the quartermaster of the expedition, kind of standing outside the ship, like inspecting the repairs. And so you're kind of figuring out like which of these individuals do I need to tune into for this conversation. And so Ravik's moment of interiority remains interior.
Okay, I would talk to Remy. I guess that would be like the person to talk to first.
He sees you kind of walk up. He goes, "Hi, Lucky. It's good to see you. How's the?" And he doesn't have a Scottish accent. Lucky, it's good to see you. How you holding up?
Oh, it was a really beautiful accent impression.
No, it was terrible.
There, Remy.
So bad. Nah, it was really bad. He's got a southern accent. I realize now. Yeah.
We're fine, all things considered. How are you? How is packing up going?
Hi. Well, we got our repairs done, and we're getting ready to head out. Pretty soon. Are y'all planning on sticking around Highwall and repairing some bridges here? Or are you sticking with the expedition?
We might.
We're moving on with the expedition. We won't be. We'll be taking a separate journey, I think, but we'll reconvene.
Yeah, you all have a mode of transport that. I mean, I realized that the ship was shot down the first time you were on it, and I promise that it's airworthy now. You'll be perfectly safe.
Oh, we're not worried about that. I think we just have a couple of things, side quests, if you will. Lucky, right?
We'll catch up. Yes, there's a couple of things we need to take care of around here first.
That's pretty good. We haven't received our final choice in origins, but I assume that we're going to get to make a decision of whether we're heading to Sale or Glacia. So I suppose we can let you know where we're headed before. Are you all departing soon on your next little roundabout?
Hopefully.
What? I'll make sure that I guess you used up all the charges on that sending stone. I'll get Wellard or Shara to send you all our locations, but I assume it might be a Sale. Based on what the crew on the Foresight were saying, I feel like they're kind of gunning up for a head-on with our Noavian friends.
A head-on?
Not, I don't think like an open conflict, but a race for resources. They didn't.
Right, well, we should.
Oh, I was just gonna say they didn't.
No, you go.
They couldn't get the Zephyr site they wanted because it sits in this mountain, and I don't think the stone giants would like that too much. But they did find a deposit in a Sale that was kind of out in the open.
Well, I want nothing to do with Nuavian resource race. So I hope whatever we find ourselves doing there keeps us far away from that whole situation.
Well,
I look at Ravik with such pity, knowing goddamn well we're gonna end up in the middle of this resource race.
Well,
Have you met us?
well,
Foreshadow. Right?
yeah. I mean, I don't know what the crew of the Foresight's intentions are beyond the fact that they are walking quietly with a large stick, but I fully intend to make sure that the expedition is one of connection and of archaeological discovery. And I do not intend as a contractor to be persuaded one way or the other by the Illyrian government to be part of conflict.
Well, good luck with that.
You as well, Ravik Seaborn. As you're getting ready to go, he kind of goes, I did have a question, Ravik. Have you heard from our mutual friend recently?
Okay, wait. Ronnie is at Remind. Who's our mutual
This is
friend?
the first time that you've ever had a conversation with Remy Longshadow.
I'm
Outside
sure
of like
on the trip, yes,
outside of like other people present, you and Remy have never had like a personal conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of Remy is covered in tattoos. His arms everywhere. He's covered. And you see he kind of like pulls a sleeve. Normally he's wearing a long like brown duster and he's got short sleeves. He pulls the sleeve up and you just see on the back the Tidewater Syndicate logo on the back of his arm.
Oh. Does Lucky see this?
He's not trying to hide it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know if Lucky would know what it is. Lucky, you can make a history check, yeah. Because Ravik does not have
Where was
this
that for the
tattoo.
insight?
Why
History
not?
15.
Yeah, you've seen it in books, conversations about whether privateers or pirates or not, but a crew of individuals who set up in the Vanishing Isles before the subversion ended.
Honestly, I have not had communication with our mutual friends in some time. This expedition sort of had me singularly focused.
Well, when I was younger, I made some poor decisions. I think you can probably understand some of them, Ravik, but I just personally know the captain of your former ship, who happens to now be the leader of an organization that neither of us, I think, are any part of anymore.
I have very, very tenuous connections, I guess, with the organization at this point.
I just asked because I heard information that she had vanished from Evanstar about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. I was just wondering if you'd heard anything, since you had a better connection with her than I did. At least, at least more recently, a better connection than I did.
I'd heard nothing about this. When you say vanished, you mean she left of her own free will, or?
Well, I don't know if there's anybody you can reach out to for more information there, I think, but I mean, she'd taken over as leader of the Tidewaters, about like 3 years ago or so, and she's been on Evanstar ever since. And one day they say that they went up to her quarters and they were empty, and no one's seen her since.
That's concerning. Who's standing in for her at the moment?
Ilwarin.
Oh, that character. Okay.
The Storm Sorcerer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's a bit worrying, but
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to. She and I had a relationship in the past, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay. And
yeah.
You know how sometimes like a name shows up in your life and at the weirdest times.
Yeah, that tends to happen to me a lot as well. Well, Remy, I appreciate you keeping me updated. If you get any information, I'm going to be extremely grateful if you can pass anything along.
I think your leaving was a lot easier than mine from the Tidewaters, so it's a little bit harder for me to reach out to them.
Well, we all keep our connections if you're a smart privateer, that is.
Well, I will, let me know if you hear anything, and I'll let you know the same.
It's an agreement then. Thank you. Lucky, why don't we see who else can update us about the plans for the expedition? Remy, thank you again. Appreciate you.
All right. And he and Uvalgate, the quartermaster, go back to investigating or looking over the repairs.
Is there anyone else that we could potentially get any updates?
We should talk to Simona and the wizards.
I know that.
Have they left already?
Oh, so sorry. One of the wizards and Simona are still aboard the Foresight, which is outside Jidfiel, because it can't teleport again. Well, no,
Right.
sorry. I apologize. At the end of the last session, I said it was going to fly back to Mount Makta, and it would be there. So yeah, the Foresight is there. I apologize. So you can go, you can see Simona.
That's where-
Yeah, because I want to ask them where they're going.
Okay, so the Foresight is still flying above, but their tents are still below.
Yeah.
So as you approach the tent, the guard outside the tent, who is Tonic O'Dare, the woman who shares this job with Vigil, but Vigil has not really doing this job anymore, apparently. Allegedly, she's standing out front, and she goes,
What was your name again?
Tonic O'Dare. And she looks at you. She goes, he had asked permission to take Vigil off again on another journey.
Insight check. What the?
Sure.
What do you want with my man?
Sure.
I hated that tone. Why is this the highest I rolled on? I'm rolling terribly. 25. What is this?
Oh, no. You have had very few conversations with Tonic, and all of them have been this brusque and this like straightforward. Tonic is just the kind of person who just says, there's no like, I'm hiding behind anything. Tonic just says whatever she's thinking without concern. You don't get the sense that she's like mad at you for this or this. She's just like, oh, you're coming to take away Vigil again.
She's just kind of okay. She's just like that.
Yeah.
All right. Then I just kind of go, no, I'd rather just talk to the people inside.
Oh, well, let me just, she kind of looks in. Simona, are you free? Lucky's and the expeditioners are here. And Simona, you kind of hear, yes, Tonic, I'm free for the moment. They can come in. And Tonic goes, yeah, well, she's been back and forth to the ship. Spent the night there last night. You caught her. Had a good time.
Just walk past her.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to say to this woman.
Tonic just
That's wrong to me.
lets you go. Nods at you, Ravik, as you enter.
Ravik will give a very sly wink.
The moment you sly wink, the sly wink and the looking up and down, and Tonic goes, barking up the wrong tree there, Playboy.
Oh no, I'm just admiring, that's all.
Oh, well. And she gives you a look up or down. Can't say I got much to admire.
I respect the bluntness.
Yeah. Tonic, tall. Yeah, she's great. All right, you enter in and you see Simona Ling sitting at a table with parchments, which she's kind of looking through and signing some things. And she looks up, and there is one of the two witches are here. Sola Arturian. No. Yeah. Solar Arturian, the Plain Guardian, is there, just kind of the back. And you can tell, like, Solar Arturian has not had a glass of wine in the last hour, and she's just, like, ready for that. But Simona is asking her questions, and she's like, did Iris say when this legislation was being proposed? And Sola goes, look, I don't know if you understand, Simona, exactly how magic works, but it's 25 words. So no, they said the magic was being passed, that the legislation was being proposed, and if you and your shadow government had any inclination about their position on it, that you had, I don't know, exactly 12 hours to respond. So no, I don't even know who it's all right there, isn't it? And Simona kind of looks up. 12 hours? Okay. She rolls up the parchment. Lucky. Ravik, good to see you. What can I do for you?
Just out of curiosity, what legislation?
What legislation, indeed. No, it's something quite simple about a memorial garden space that I think is a waste of public funds.
Memorial garden space for what?
She kind of looks at Sola. Who have we built, I don't know, a grandiose number of memorial garden spaces for in the last 10 years? Them.
I know what she's getting at, right?
Yeah. She's like, insight check not required, and Lucky's passive insight is high enough. Like, you know, and you also know the political landscape. Sola, her organization has taken a quite lovely view of the ticket takers, but in a way that is opposite, I think, of what the ticket takers probably would desire. They call them, you know, the god killers. But you know also that Simona doesn't give two shits about that aspect. She's just annoyed at the public expenses that are going to prop up these people.
That certainly sounds like a way.
I mean,
I would shoot it down if it were me, but...
Look, Lucky, I was the first to support the not rebuilding of the Temple of the Nine and turning that instead to a memorial garden in honor of those who were perished in the final battle of the subversion, and also to honor them. I think that this one specifically is for a small town out in the greens. Like, who cares about what's happening in... And I'm still calling it Broadfield, by the way. That hasn't gone through officially. But the mayor has put forward a request to support the work that they are doing there for their own memorial garden. And I know that the mayor is working in Shadowhands with one of them, so this is really one of the ticket takers asking for a garden for themselves.
Ooh. The narcissism.
Oh.
That really sounds like something they would do. Interesting. No.
But anyway, I apologize. This is not necessarily my concern. Iris is just friends with most of them, so anytime something comes up with that, it becomes an issue.
I can hear Ace through the wall.
Ace is gone.
A little fun jury lore.
Well, what we actually came to talk about is wondering where your next location is.
Oh, well, the Foresight, at least according to Quinta, the Captain Bron, we are heading back to Anavir, I think the day after tomorrow. I do need to get back to the Hall of Voices. Clearly they are running amok without some cooler heads present.
You plan to perhaps rejoin this expedition in Asale?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I mean, I know that this was a success enough, I think, that they've decided to launch the two follow-up expeditions. I don't necessarily think the Asale is a smart move, but it's probably the one that will be made by those with greater authority to make decisions. Glacia also seems like kind of a waste. I don't think anyone wants to go get waylaid with giants.
I'll turn to you, Sola, and go, thoughts?
Oh, well, actually, Glacia is quite interesting. If what you're interested for is nexuses of magical nature. There's an entire ecosystem found within the base of a glacier there, like the ice ceiling. It's about 1,000 feet, and underneath it, there's an entire colony of people. And get this, the people are actually living mushrooms.
Ew.
That is fascinating.
Yes, they're called myconids.
Right, fascinating.
Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, there's Glacia probably wasn't once frozen, and so there's definitely an inclination that there's parts under the ice that have been long dormant. But I don't know. It's not. This trip was funded by our friends at Eldritch Peak for the most part, just to reconnect with their dwarven kin. I don't see a lot of money in the ice, but, we could see. The Valley Conclave does care, but no one else seems to listen to us much these days.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where you end up.
Well, I imagine I'll end up wherever Lenaria decides to send me this time.
Lenaria...
Mistweaver.
Mistweaver, Archon. the only member of the Violet Conclave that sits on the government. And I don't know, Sola. I don't know, Simona. You kind of like her, don't you? And Simona goes, I actually find Miss Miva quite easy to deal with. She does definitely drink less than most of the Violet Conclave members that I know. And Sola goes, and Sola says, and that's half of her problem.
No.
Okay. Well, Ravik, was there anything you wanted to clarify?
I was simply curious, since the Foresight was able to travel all this way, and if we're the advancing force for the expedition, are you able to leave behind any extra resources if the expedition does end up in a Sale? And apparently word is the Nuavians are also making their own claim.
Oh, are the Nuavians, have they advanced into a Sale? Last I heard they were in Owuro.
Not really connected as I would assume you all are, but I think it was mentioned by some of the I guess informed.
That was Simona Ling's response. You may make either of you may make an insight check, and you must tell me now whether your insight check is on Sola Arturian or on Simona Ling.
Simona made the comment.
Simona's the one who said she was not aware that the Nuavians were in a Sale. She thought they were working in Owuro.
You grab Simona, I grab
I'll be
Sola.
Simona.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. Wait, what's my insight modifier? 25.
Insight. Also a 25. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Our collective brain blast.
I will tell you this. Simona Ling adds 8 to her deception or persuasion. Sola Arturian adds 6. With a 5 on the die, Simona Ling fails, even though she has a higher perception and just persuasion. Sola Arturian rolled an 18, which also fails.
That's a 24.
With a 24.
Let's go.
Yeah, I rolled low for Simona, which is fine because Simona is, as far as you can tell, being completely honest. Like that is not something she's aware of, and which completely reads for her, because you get the sense that Simona is much more interested in domestic policy, and she's more concerned about the expenditures and the push outward from the main continent is taking away focus from where it should be, which is back at home. And so she came here as purely oversight. Where
Arcana again? I'm sorry.
Huh? She's what?
Simona the Arcana?
No. Simona's not on the
Simona is she's the shadow minister, meaning like Iris Corday is the prime minister of the Hall of Voices. The opposition party, which is Simona Ling, is in charge of the opposition party. So she's the shadow minister. She's not really second in charge of anything. She just leads the opposition. And so she's here being oppositional. And also you did learn that like Iris sent her specifically on this mission, and you've gotten the sense from what Simona said is it's just to get her out of Anarvir. And so, but on Sola, when you ask the question about it, and Simona specifically says she wasn't aware that the Nuavians were in a Sale, Sola Arturian, who has spent as an elf hundreds of years keeping her face flawless, does give a little side eye to Simona and then back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
I know what you want it for.
But she's letting Simona lead that conversation, so she's not offering up anything because Simona happily.
Yeah. I'm not going to call her on this. I let that be. But I want to do something insane. So, Ravik, was there anything else you wanted to talk to them about because I'm about to make a crazy
blow up their spot.
No, you go right ahead. If Ravik
Okay.
was more reckless, he'd try to make a mental connection with her, but two very powerful mages.
I think she'd beat
Become a
the hell out of
Oh,
us.
sorry. Yeah, Solar Arturian specifically, Ravik, you know, as an elf and also as a plane guardian, probably has a lot of protections against those things that you would be willing to throw out there.
I'm not going to do that.
And also, you're surrounded by wizards all the time. They have all their wards up all the time. Yeah.
This is just since I don't know when we'll see the Foresight again, and we keep having all its abilities hyped up to us. Is there any chance we could walk around, look at the ship, for fun?
Sola kind of looks at Simona, and here you see like a moment where Simona kind of looks at Sola and goes, "It's not my ship, Sola. What are you asking me for?" And Sola goes, "Well, I mean, if you don't see any problem with them just wandering around the ship, then what should I care? Sure, here. Is this when you would like to go see the ship now?"
I mean, if that's...
And
she I didn't
she
mean
casts
to be a crazy ass.
She casts, and this circle expands around you and her and Ravik, and it collapses, and the next thing you're on the deck of the Foresight, and your feet hit the wooden teak deck, the platinum steel walls and accents around you, whereas the Frontier was a wooden, homey vessel. Regardless of propaganda, there's very clear nature that this was built for more than just traveling the skies.
Sure.
Yeah. And the moment you all drop above, the captain comes out of the top of the crew deck, goes, Sola, we've talked about this. You can't just bring random people up onto the ship without clearance first. And Sola goes, "Look, Quinta, they wanted to see the ship. They're expedition members. It is no harm." And Quinta says, "Well, Sola, it's absolutely on your head if they get into anything they're not supposed to get into. You better keep an eye on them." And Sola goes, "Absolutely, eyes kept." And she casts a spell, and you see this orb appear in the air, and it blinks and then vanishes invisible, but you get this sense that there's this magical tether on you that's keeping an eye on you. However,
no, I didn't want that.
However, she's not paying attention enough. So what I'm going to do really quickly is roll she's distracted. She's ready to go wind down. That is a natural 1. Sola wants wine so badly that she doesn't recognize that the spell she just cast, which is like a eye tracer, basically to keep an eye on you, doesn't link to you because of your ring.
Oh my god, this dumbass. This functional alcoholic.
Yeah,
okay.
and so she's like, "All right, this way," and she leads you down into the bow of the ship, and then she's
I understand that is just what happened?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She leads you down into the bow of the ship, and she goes, "I am going to be right in here," and she kind of points at this lounge. She goes, "Don't go down to subfloor basement level 3 or lower. You will absolutely probably be killed. But everything else is probably wide out in the open for you. Come get me before you go, because if Quinta sees you leave the ship without me, I don't really care, but she'll be mad."
Quinta, who is Quinta?
The captain.
She's just the captain. Mm-hmm. She's like a wizard. Or elf.
No, Quinta is a member of the Radiant Legion. She's a high-ranking member of the military.
Okay. Looking at something.
Naval captain is higher ranking than an army captain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to say to Lucky, well, let's take our very in-depth tour while we can.
Do you need a familiar guide, or are you just going to wander on your own?
I think we're plenty capable.
I think we'll manage to figure it out.
And
Yeah,
you can
I've
see
been
like
on ship
she
my-
summons like this a sphinx cat, so like a hairless cat, just like pops into existence and like falls in her lap, and she goes, "Good," because she doesn't like to walk away from Mummy anyway. And she goes to pet her as she summons a glass of wine into the air, and she leans back on this settee and begins to drink and pet her cat.
This is villain coded. Just saying.
Sola, Arturian?
What about this woman has ever not read extreme villain coded?
Or at least like just mildly crazy for sure.
A bit touched. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
She just said nothing below basement level 3 or you would be killed. But other than that, she's said you have free reign.
I definitely want to go to basement level 3.
I want to go to basement level 3 so bad.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is like top level. The ship
But I do want to.
The ship is massive, so you need to kind of give me a sense of what you want to specifically look for.
I want to. I would love to bust into people's rooms, which I'm sure we can. I'm sure the wizards have like whatever on their doors, but if I could at least get in front of them to investigate if there's traps and crazy things on them, like wherever like the dorms or like that would be.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go to the guest quarters because the wizards and let's see, the wizards and Vigil, Tonic, and Simona would be in the guest quarters, which is an upper deck. Versus the
Oh my god, why didn't we take Vigil? He would know the shit. Wait, I'm so dumb for that.
That's okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, so versus the barracks, which would be down in the belly of the ship, you go up to kind of the nicer crew section where the captain's quarters as well as the guest quarters are. Not a surprise. Neither Sola nor Cassandra, like you can see where somebody has made a handmade label and put it on the wall. All the other guest quarters have like placards that they can insert who's staying there when people are traveling with them. And so you do find Simona, and then you find Vigil's and Tonic's rooms next door to Simona's. But somebody has just stuck placards on the wall for Sola and Cassandra. You know that the two of them would never deign to stay in typical quarters, and just that's the spot where when they're present on the ship, their magnificent mansions are put into place. So neither of them have rooms on the ship.
Then absolutely don't touch that.
But you've got
I imagine there's no way you can go into a magnificent mansion without the person
no
being
the doors aren't
"What?"
even the doors aren't even there right now. Simona's so Simona, Vigil, and Tonic's are the only rooms that are up here.
Okay.
And the captain's quarters.
Ooh, I want the captain for sure, right?
Oh, sorry, and also Asmir Rathara. So Asmir Rathara is the field marshal of the Radiant Legion. So like a navy vessel would have a marine contingent on board. The field marshal,
one thing this week.
The field marshal is she's the commander of the ship's marine division.
Okay.
Captain Braun is the commander of the ship itself.
Okay.
I appreciate this attention to detail, Josh.
You're welcome.
I think we'll do the captain first.
Okay.
Yeah?
So at the end of the hall, you get the captain's quarters, and you can go ahead and make an investigation check to see if there's any kind of traps or alarms or anything on the door.
With a little.
What if I cast find traps? What if that happens?
Oh yeah. So you cast find traps, and this door.
'Cause I'm not risking this.
Yeah, this door and Simona's door, but not Vigil and Tonic's door, have a very simple alarm spell.
Joel, why?
Oh wait, did I take these down?
I have Dispel Magic if you don't. I can grab it. I got a ton of spells.
Okay. You have more spell slots than me.
save your spells for when we go to the basement and inevitably start dying. Okay.
We thought this was a simple episode. All right, yeah. You cast Dispel Magic on the captain's door. It is still locked, so Ravik, if you want to roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can unlock the door.
My hands work magics. Ooh. Yeah, a 16?
A 16. So you go, let's see. Yeah.
Can I guidance him?
Yeah. Add a d4 to it, Robert.
Sure. What is it? That's an actual 4. 20.
That makes a difference because the DC on the door was an 18. So as you go, it is a tough lock. One of the harder locks that you've had to deal with.
It's a tough lock.
Yeah. But you eventually you hear the click and you the door kind of releases and goes inward. At the same moment, Lucky, you cast the Dispel Magic because you can actually see the alarm at that moment. And you see the magic fade and fizzle out. And the door is open to you. You do hear footsteps approaching the hallway that you're in.
Okay. We go in for sure and close the door. I think if we hear footsteps.
Okay. Make a dexterity check as a group, just to see if you close the door with enough caution and that you get in quickly enough that the person coming around the corner doesn't spot you.
Check or saving throw?
It's just a dexterity check.
A 16 plus 19, I guess.
19. Okay.
What are you? 14.
Okay. All right. So yeah, with a group check, Ravik, your ears tilt at the sound of about to be caught, and you slide into the door and grab Lucky's arm and pull Lucky in quickly behind you and slowly close the door, and the door clicks close just as nail boots walk in, as a couple guards are kind of walking through this area, just kind of checking.
And it's one of those moments where I'm pressed up against the door and you've got the hand over my mouth. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, and you slowly hear the boots recede down the hallway as you sit there quietly.
Sorry, just didn't want to blow your big plan.
It's fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's investigate this room.
Okay. So the captain's quarters are broad. So there's an open landing space that you're in now, which is 2-tiered. There's a sunken, you're at an entry level that has access to some seating and some areas like that, and then it raises up onto an upper level with it's designed to kind of look like the old captain's quarters on an actual sailing vessel, those broad wooden walls with the many slatted window placements so light can stream into the space. So you can get the sense that Quinto was probably at one point a sea captain and now has advanced up to this point, but wants the call of the sea to still be present here. And then off of this, there is clearly a bedroom. The door is cracked open just enough that you can see in with light streaming in where the bed is. And then off to the other side is a closed and presumably locked door. But if you want to investigate the living area space, you can investigate here, or if you want to go to the bedroom or to the locked door, you can go those ways.
And the locked door looks really interesting to me, but...
Yeah, I'll cover the living room for right now, and then you go get that door.
Okay, make an investigation check, Lucky, and a sleight of hand check, Robert.
Am I
will
worried about
cast Detect Magics and have that up for
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just guess because I have that as a ritual now, but I'm just going to cast it. I have spells to burn
Perfect,
here.
Absolutely. So it casts, and the entire back wall is magical, and it is purely abjurative. So you get the sense that that is the only wall here that's on the outside of the ship, and you know that every inch of the outside of this ship is covered with runes, and so you're getting a sense of like there's like 4 layers of shield spelling on the outside of this ship that are protecting it from outward attack. Within the chamber itself, the fireplace is magical. There is a letter opener that's just sitting like next to a couch on an end table with like a folded up piece of parchment under it. The letter opener itself is also magical. That's all that you see in this space, in the living area. And then go ahead and roll investigation check as well.
Oh, right. The investigation check
and then
is a natural 20.
Natural 20.
I go into God mode.
You go into God mode. Okay. And that'll carry into the next space as well. Ravik, what is your sleight of hand?
Oh, sleight of hand. 19 plus sleight of hand. 6. So what, 25?
25. Okay. Good. Because the door that you are opening is a purely magical construct. And everything that you are, like the lock itself. So it didn't pop up on the detect magic because it's buried within the locking structure. As you go to unlock it, Ravik, you realize that you are untangling magical weave more than you are activating like the barrels of a lock. And as you pick and pull at the magic, you pull something apart, and all of a sudden the door, which had been this mahogany oak beautiful looking thing, just suddenly goes completely stark and is just a sheet of solid steel basically. And as soon as the lock releases, the door slides open, and you realize that the door itself is a portal to another space, and beyond that is a larger office. There is like there's a library at the upper levels with one of those kind of movable tracks of a ladder going around. There's a large central desk at the heart of the office. There's a chandelier that depicts like the globe of Illyria, and you can see like there's a magical pinpoint on where the ship is currently located over the continent of Highwall. You see 2 other identical blips hovering over a portion of the continent of Anervir, just like this one.
Oh, no. No.
You don't know. I don't know how much Ravik knows geography of Anervir, but Lucky absolutely would. So if Lucky sticks his head in here, Lucky, the points are hovering over, or the points are at the location of Cindervale, which is the Halls of Origination, which is where a vessel like this would have been built.
Would have been built.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Who's in charge of the Halls of Origination right now?
His name is Warren Windsor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Windsor.
Say.
Oh, those Windsors.
That's what I thought you'd say.
Not the Windsors.
Hey, what are you talking about? Remember, he had an arc last season, okay? He had a great arc.
He
did have a good arc, but he's still in charge of the Halls of Origination.
He still is in charge.
And he was the admiral of the Air Force at the end of the Ticket Taker campaign.
Where's the other one?
They're both there. So like you get the sense that like
they haven't launched.
They might be other ships that are under construction.
Great.
This being the flagship. Can I bring Enigma out of my pack?
Yeah, Enigma, like, it's like, Jesus, I thought you were never going to let me out of here. What in the world, Ravik? We had a conversation about not locking me away in your backpack for hours on end.
I thought you were taking a well-deserved nap, my little friend.
Look, Ravik, there's a lesson that's to be learned here. If you're looking for me, I'm napping. If you're not looking for me, I'm waiting for you to get the fuck out of this pack.
I will take heed for next time. Listen, we're sort of pressed for time here. Why don't you sort of fly around a bit and see what you can find in the library. I'm gonna check out this desk and see what our friend here's been working on recently. Okay.
He flies up and he's kind of spying. He's like, "This space is really weird. It's not on this ship at all."
Yeah, figure it's a portal to another space or pocket dimension.
So you know those things that wizards do where they're like, "Oh, the ship is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside." I think the ship is actually smaller on the inside than it is the outside.
How so?
Well, like, why would you... There's plenty of space for something like this on this massive ship, isn't there? Why would you put a portal to another location here?
I really can't answer that question.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll check the books.
Okay, anything interesting? Anything about myriads, my own personal...
Not everyone cares about genies like you do, Ravik.
Yeah, they don't, but I do, so just... And I want to check out the desk and see what maybe they've been working on recently. Or
yeah, you can make an investigation check on the desk. Lucky,
sure.
You're going to the bedroom.
I wanted to look at the letter in the fireplace in this room first, and then I'll move to the bedroom.
Yeah. The fireplace is a simple enchantment. It is simply one that summons fire when you want it.
Just making sure.
Absolutely.
Give me that letter.
The
please.
letter opener is magical. You can make an Arcana check on it if you'd like.
Well, actually, Josh, can I just cast Identify on it?
You can, absolutely. So you cast Identify using Ritual, that's fine. And you discover that, in military efficiency, either Quinta herself or the military has commissioned a letter opener that is never loses its dullness. Or sorry, its sharpness. So it can never go dull. But
God, people use magic for such boring stuff. Look, he's so disappointed.
Yeah. But the
wanted
letter
it to be something cool.
The letter, which she used the letter opener to take off the wax seal on.
Mm-hmm.
The wax seal is specifically a seal for the Radiant Legion. It is that image of a sun, the rays of the sun shooting out of a kind of a circular space. You're free to look at it and read it. And what you get...
I want to read this letter.
What you get from the letter that's just sitting there on the table is this is from First Lieutenant Devabron. And it is...
related?
It is clearly a letter from a child, probably a daughter or a son, who is discussing their first placement or their first duty placement after exiting out of officer school. And they're specifically talking about whether or not they are going to be on the ship for the seas or the ship for the air. You can tell that they're speaking in code, though. This person has been given a duty placement that, if they wrote about it, would be black-lined by the censors before the letter went out. And so they're speaking in code. So Devabron says, they haven't clarified yet whether my magical aptitudes would grant me a place on the ship of the sea or the ship of the air.
I know.
Okay.
Yes.
So if there's two ships that Ravik saw on the new map, and they're both heading to Asalia, then maybe one's going by air and one's going by sea.
So the two that were at Mount Cindervale, you get the sense are probably either not yet completed in construction or still in construction.
They're working on it?
Yeah, they're in the process of crewing them now, which, hey, Atwood, how soon do they start crewing a vessel before it's ready to launch?
Depends entirely on what kind it is, but it can be as early as a week.
An airship.
Okay,
Not an airship, like a Nimitz class aircraft
carrier.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, months in advance.
Yeah, so you get the sense that a ship this large, they would be crewing months before it would launch. Mhm.
Okay. So do I get the sense that that's what they're talking about or something else?
You probably, I mean, like, to speak in coded language, they're clearly, like, they don't want this letter to be intercepted. And if this letter were intercepted by somebody other than a member of the Anarvir military, what they would assume is a regular airship or a regular vessel of the sea. It's just the language is very strange between a daughter and her mother.
Oh my god, what if they made a submarine version of this? Anyway, that's what they did! That's totally what they did! No! Oh, no! They made an evil AI submarine.
Nuevia and what was the elf underwater?
Suvenarian.
That's
well, hopefully they'll drive it right into where that star seed is. And that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, then once I've done this, I will move on to the bedroom.
Okay.
If there's nothing else.
Go to the bedroom, and the other space is pretty clear. The bedroom is very Spartan. There's a bed that is cleanly made. There is an armoire with pressed uniforms hanging cleanly. But your magic does detect that one of the drawers of the armoire has a magical lock or something about it. There's a magical element to it.
If I get up close, can I see what's going on with it?
Yeah, the lock, it has basically the spell lock is cast on this armoire drawer.
If I dispel magic on it, what happens?
I don't think that lock prevents dispel magic.
I mean, it gets rid of
Okay, dispel magic can remove an arcane lock instantly without an ability check. Perfect. I didn't know if you had to roll for it or not.
If knock will do it, dispel magic's a higher.
Yeah, because knock is only level 1. Yeah.
Yeah, but
okay.
knock is not available to cleric.
Nope. All right.
Right, but saying the power level difference.
Yeah.
So you you cast dispel magic again, and you hear the kind of the sound of a lock unlocking, but nothing changes about the drawer, but it now is free to open.
I open.
Yeah, you pull out. There are, within this specific drawer, it is lined with a material that has been carefully cut to hold the object that is present within it. Very familiar to Lucky, a gun, but a type of gun that you've never seen before. It looked like, whereas yours is kind of like a revolver, like blunderbuss, like like a much older version. This is a much more advanced weapon, and the gun itself is giving off a magical essence. And then there are only 6 bullets present within this case, and each bullet has its own little separate location, and every single one of them is giving off a different magical essence.
It would take me a long time to identify.
It would take you 70 minutes if you were ritually casting Identify.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But boy, am I going to stare longingly at this gun. I'm going to abandon this for a second and go find where Ravik is.
Okay.
But I'm not shutting the drawer.
Yeah, what I will say is that your detect magic is still up, and so you get a sense of what the magic elements of these are. The gun itself is giving off very conjurative magics. Every single one of the guns is also giving off a very powerful conjurative essence. Conjuration magic, which is strange because it's not like you would think like destructive rounds would be evocation. All 6 of these bullets are conjuration.
My cool gun. Okay. I go to where Ravik is in the
Okay. So Ravik, what was your investigation check of the room? This.
Might have to re-roll it. I forgot. Okay, that's 15 on the nice. 18.
Okay. Yeah. So the desk is. I mean, there's tons of papers here. You can tell that this is where she comes to fill out logs, reports. There's sign-offs on crew information and on crew checks. There is a relatively harsh takedown of their quartermaster, who apparently is constantly found sleeping on the job. There's all these random things. You do discover with an 18 that one of the drawers has a false bottom. And when you pop the false bottom on that drawer, there's a stack of letters here that clearly are ones that have been opened, read, and then stored here. Most of these letters seem to be coming from the office of Iris Corday. It doesn't say specifically which person in the office of Iris Corday, but these are like coming from the Prime Minister's office. So it's not coming from Iris herself. She's not signing these. They're coming, but they do bear the mark of the Prime Minister.
All right. And what's the content from the letters? As
you scan through them, the overall content of the letter seems to be, at no point should the Foresight's weaponry be turned against anyone other than threats that Sola Arturian deems cataclysmic to the nature of life in Anarvir for this expedition. However, if there's opportunity to test the weapon systems, take that opportunity.
Test the weapons on whom?
So the conversation here, like, this is purely one-sided. So you're getting a series of letters. You don't know what Quinta sent in return or in question in reply. These are purely one-sided. Also, like, Lucky, you kind of walk in as Ravik's going through the desk. There is
Lucky.
There's like part of the desk has a raised, like, slotted portion where you would normally like put letters that you're working on or that are in progress. And the lower part of that is magical. And you get the sense that, like, if you were to put something there, it would be transported somewhere else. And the upper part is magical as well. So there's like, she can slide a letter that she's written into the bottom part and it will immediately be transported to somewhere else. And then she can receive letters from the top portion. So you're only getting half the story here, but clearly Quinta asked the question of which weapon systems, because one of the letters is very clear that the weaponry that is under the control of Sola Arturian is the only weaponry that has live fire openings for this mission. At no point does it makes any explanation of what that weaponry is. So either Quinta understands it or is on a need-to-know basis with it. The weaponry that she's specifically not allowed to use are the cannons.
And what did they use to knock out Sathanos?
So based on the information that you all learned from the memories of the building of this vessel, when you dug into the dream catchers, is that the part of this vessel that was built by Sola and Cassandra Dawntreder is the main cannon. The one that was used to separate Sathanos from the divine essence of this realm.
Okay.
These are separate cannons.
Yeah, and so specifically it's like none of these weapons should be used at all unless Sola Arturian says there is a threat to the very fabric of our being. And then you may use only the weapon that is under her control. So
Sathanos wasn't a threat that reached that level?
No, that's why they used the gun.
that's what they used it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that wasn't okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you get the sense, like, if you're putting Sola Arturian in charge of deciding when and where that weapon gets used, that weapon is specifically used for planar incursions.
I'd like to get a closer look at that weapon, Lucky.
From up at the top, a book falls down. Well, I think if this wall could be burst through, Ravik, you would. And the book opens, and it is the blueprints of the Foresight. The reason why this room is a plane is that the entire Foresight is the cannon.
Oh.
So they have to create demi-planes for crew quarters.
It's all...
Because the cannon's that big.
Yes.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. And based on this, it looks like subsection 3 is where the core of the cannon is, which would be where all of the magical systems that keep the cannon functioning are present.
Mm-hmm. Put your finger on the pull the memory.
That's why it's insta-death.
You can cast this with one concentration. Okay, this only works on people. Okay.
This
Wow. They built something pretty devastatingly powerful here.
Hey, Atwood, what was the name of the giant ship that the Nazis built? Or the giant cannon the Nazis built?
Oh, the Carl Gustav?
The Carl Gustav, there you go. That's the inspiration. The Carl Gustav.
Oh.
I'll put a picture.
I don't like it.
You know what, Roderick? I was gonna ask if you thought it was a good idea for me to take the gun that I found in the next room and its magical bullets, but I've decided that these people don't deserve it.
Oh yeah, I'm always okay with liberating liberating the property of a
I knew you were a good
titled
person to
asshole.
ask.
So
All right, I go take it and I shut it back, and
Okay.
I've decided that I simply don't fucking care. And
Okay.
also, I can't put the spell lock back anyway, so that was just gonna be what it was.
Yeah. All right. So you grab it.
I'm commenting before someone gets in the comments and corrects me. I meant the Schwer Gustav,
The Schwer
not
Gustav,
the Carl
yeah.
Gustav.
The gun has a symbol on it, which is the letter V and the letter S in a circle, and the V is made up of lightning bolts.
Does that mean anything to me?
I don't think it means anything to Lucky, but as players, I think we might recognize Volt Switch, which is
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a Phileas make.
yeah,
Of
this
course.
is Phileas Volt Switch, and so
who made Source's gun?
who made Source's guns? Yeah,
Yes.
who
Well, he's the inventor of the
who
gun.
invented
Yeah.
guns? Just guns.
The Oppenheimer of this world.
Yeah. Yeah, but as you all are you finished up in the chamber to leave? You have been here for probably 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and alarm bells will be going off in your
I put the
head.
alarm spell back. Yeah,
Perfect.
because I can do
Yeah.
that.
As you guys are coming back out,
And we lock back like the closed door and this.
Perfect.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
lock things back the way we found them. The only thing is just the gun is gone.
Okay. In order for that to be successful without guards passing, Ravik, I need you success on a sleight of hand check
Guidance.
to re-lock the door.
with a guidance,
Mm-hmm.
I'll
You
take
know
it.
you got the guidance.
Oh, that's a 17. What did I say? My sleight of hand
Plus
was?
6. Okay. So as
23,
yeah, so you lock it, and you might actually lock the door back better than it was to unlock because the DC was an 18.
This
So
door wasn't this firmly locked.
somebody's lock is going to be a little
Whoa.
jammed. As you're kind of walking down the hall, like carefully, like guarding yourself, you hear footsteps approaching, and Enigma's like hisses in your backpack, and you turn around to see like this slinking Sphinx cat. It's like,
Oh no.
are you all done yet?
We
I
were
look at Robin.
taking in the beauty of the ship. Are we no longer welcome
Can I get down on the cat's level? Because I know I'm talking to Sola right now, and I'm gonna talk in like a whisper that's like, oh, I don't want Ravik to hear me, but I really don't care if Ravik hears me. And I'll just go, kinda just wanted to go in one more room. It's like a little embarrassing, but I did just want to go into Vigil's room and see if there was anything about me in there.
Okay, well, fine. But I do have to teleport you back down at some point, so,
Can you just give us, like, I don't know, like 10, 15 more minutes?
Sure, 10 more minutes. And she, like, you could tell that she's summoning another glass of wine. From her conversation, and then the cat shakes his head, and then just is like is a cat again, not being controlled by Sola or spoken through, but the cat's just sitting there in the hallway.
I don't pet the cat because that would be an insult to Enigma.
Yeah, Enigma's like, and he whispers in Ravik's ear, "Why does that cat not have hair, Ravik?"
I don't know. I didn't do it. I have no.
Who shaved that cat?
You know, it's actually called a Sphinx cat.
It was born like that?
It might be a relative of yours.
Poor thing.
Oh my god. Wait,
humans called a cat a Sphinx cat, and it looks like that?
Oh, we can talk about it later. I know. It's just an
yeah. We gotta scurry.
He like dives back into your pack.
I mean, we gotta go to the basement, right? Like, it's so stupid. We have to do it.
Is the cat leaving?
The cat
That's
is
like a Mar and Saurus plan.
I'm not pretending that I've been anyone but Mar this whole damn time. Mar probably would have left the gun. I'm gonna say that. Mar might have left the gun.
Mar would have left the gun.
Maybe. I don't know. Mar could have also heard the Nazi ship and been like, I'm gonna take your gun.
Yeah, Mar probably would have known that like taking the gun would be definitely a clue that somebody was in the room. So
what's the cat doing?
The cat is sitting there, but you know that like you know the way familiars work. You can tell that Sola is not in the cat right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know the way wizard familiars work. Let's be very clear that this is not like a Dottie familiar. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoo the cat away.
Okay. The cat like
go on about your
gets up and then just like slinks down the hallway, staring at you the whole way, and like disappears around the corner.
Like walking foreskin. God. Okay, let's go.
Wait, I'm gonna do something so smart first. I'm going to send a message to Vigil. I'm gonna say, going to investigate basement level 3 of the Foresight. If I die, that's why. See you soon.
The message comes back. Jesus Christ. He wouldn't say Jesus Christ. All the gods. Why didn't you ask for assistance? I'll be down in a minute.
Oh, fuck. Not what I intended.
Right?
This is a problem for Lucky in 5 minutes. Okay.
So as you all make your way down, because you've seen now the blueprints, like these are the top secret blueprints. They were in the cabin's quarters, or the captain's quarters. You've seen the blueprints. You know the spot to get there. So as you are heading down into the bowels of a bad decision, that's where we will pick up next week.
The bowels of a bad.
We gotta. Okay, I know we haven't played.
That would be a good title for the episode.
I know we haven't played these characters in like a month and a half, but we gotta Dustin from the Good Idea Fairy on this one. Like, yeah, like.
Dustin.
She spilled that jar. Like,
you have some crazy info.
I like my only note for this episode was wrapping up before you all leave to go to the feywild.
Well, I was like, I don't know when we'll see the ship again, and like now that we know like what we know of like, oh, this ship was made by like this group who wants to do XYZ, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
That's fair. Yeah.
It's funny. Do any of y'all read the webcomic Agatha Heterodyne Girl Genius?
Mm-mm.
It's a classic long-running one, but there is actually, just like in the last 3 weeks, it's mad scientist in Europe kind of thing, but Castle Wolfenbach, which is a giant dirigible, like giant one, has revealed that in the core center of it, the entire dirigible is a gun.
Ah.
Oh, look at that.
And it's used to zap an interdimensional being back to where it came from.
It gives me a space battleship Yamato vibes. Like,
Yeah.
That's probably
Okay.
like for me, probably like one of the big things with the Foresight is that specific.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's cool.
What if ship but gun?
Ace, what are your? Is that your pants or is that a blanket?
Is a blanket with Yuri on ice.
Oh, Yuri.
I can't find the gay boys. They're somewhere in here.
Oh.
There they are. Look, there's one of them.
Oh.
And then I've got a little Eeyore sweater that says whatever on it.
I have an
Just-
Eeyore
I
stuffed
don't know.
animal,
I'm
right?
surprised
I can't
Josh
reach
didn't
him.
clock in on
Yes.
No, yeah,
I feel like
Eeyore's
this
sitting
is
right
very
at
Andulocyte core.
the. Yeah.
that.
I don't know who this little creature is, but I like that he has an attitude.
It's a ticket taker shade this episode. That's good.
Ah, that was so funny. I was crying.
What? So it took me this long because I always have everybody minimize the same size. The Wrath of Azazel poster,
Oh, yeah.
like behind Josh. How long has that been up there?
So it's been in this room forever,
Mhm.
but I rearranged the furniture, so now it's actually behind here.
Okay, so it's new to
Not. Yeah.
my perspective.
Yeah.
then. I was like, how long has Josh had a poster?
Yeah.
Like-
We also have the Thank You 10 poster.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good times. Okay.
Gosh.
Campaign theory. They're sending one ship to Nuevia and one ship to the underwater city of Suvenar.
Suvenarion. Yeah, Suvenarion.
Yeah. So.
Or sorry, Azalor, but the country is Suvenarion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is Azalor. That's what the air and the sea is. That's my my theory, but I guess time will tell.
Yep. It's not good. Hey, whatever it is, not good.
Yeah, it's never really good when a
Yes.
country starts like fitting into the main causes of World War One. You know, militarism.
Yeah, really bad. Really bad.
How come when I
That's
click
so funny.
the chat, it doesn't pull it up?
It's so funny how y'all have snuck into here. I love it so much.
Yeah, not expected, but absolutely fun.
I said it was like the Marjordan quest, which I really love.
Don't
Oh,
curse
yeah,
us
gosh,
bad.
that-
That one went so bad so fast.
No, it
went
went great
so
for us.
It was the
Sideways.
Slot episode. That was a great
Yeah, the
one.
slot.
Oh,
We
this is
did
the comic?
good.
Mhm.
We did really good with the slot. What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
That's
open
what
up
Our half
the
of that
door
was
to the
great.
basement. The slot's
That's what
gonna
you
be
should have
like,
done.
"Oh."
The slot's
you
back.
should've
The
done.
slot's like
Where is
Yeah.
he, Josh? Where's the slot? I
the
know he's
slot
still
is
here.
he's just holding the cannon like, oh fuck.
I meant the slot's just someone
Slod is
stupid.
the character in the that we haven't identified in the cloak.
Oh, the one of the
No.
Eidolons.
Which one?
No, the slot's gonna be someone dumb, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my god, of course it was the slot.
You guys
Weller.
banished the
Weller's
slot
Slod.
back to
No, Weller,
no.
leave him alone.
Not
We have
Weller.
to murder
Leave him
Weller.
alone. He's just a little buddy.
Weller's the big bad evil guy at the end.
I'm gonna go to
Stop.
bed, y'all.
All right.
you
Not
later.
at
All right,
all.
have a good
Yeah.
one.
Good
He's
night.
just a wizard. He's not evil. He's just a wizard.